Welcome back to my channel for a new video, and if you're new watching today, then my name's Katie. I've been a full-time content creator for 7 years now. I mainly focus on fashion, minimal outfits and capsule wardrobe content over on my YouTube, but I also love to share my home interiors in form of vlogs as well as travel, beauty, lifestyle. So if you do like that style of content, then do make sure you subscribe to my channel. But today's video is a fashion focused one, and I want to talk about trends. So you'd have seen on my other videos I talked a lot about different trends in different seasons, but I wanted to focus on the 10 trends I'm going to be wearing in 2026, which are very wearable, very me, and the ones that I'm going to be styling my outfits with. So yeah, let's get into the video. So to start off the video, I do think we're going to see a really big shift in fashion this year. I think people really want to consume less. I know I do. I also think people want to have things in their wardrobe which have beautiful craftsmanship and they can wear time and time again and really love those pieces. But I also think that people are really craving personality in their outfits. So we're going to be seeing a lot more emotional dressing, like dressing for our own needs, our own purpose, and also make sure that we have beautiful things in our wardrobe which stand the test of time. So I really like the way that this shift is going, and I do believe that having good basics in your wardrobe can allow you to build lots of different outfits, and you can still like follow some trends and tap into them here and there, but not sort of like chase them. I think it's really important to not lose like your personal style and feel like you need to constantly like chasing these trends, have this piece, have that piece. I think all trends will resonate with different people, and I know for me, I'm a very classic and minimal girly, and I do like to tap into trends here and there, but it's like one piece which I mix in with the good basics which I have, just to add a bit more fun and personality into my outfits. And the first trend I'm going to start with is statement coats. If you are a subscriber already, you'll know that I absolutely adore my coats and my jackets. They are my babies, and I feel like you have good basics underneath, you could wear the most simplest outfit, a good pair of jeans, a t-shirt, a shirt, a good piece of knitwear and some heeled boots, and a good coat. Then the coat is the outfit. I always revolve my outfits around a good coat and a good jacket because I'm very basic and minimal underneath, so I always look for good outerwear. And this year we're going to be seeing lots of coats with good tailoring, shoulder pad, like waist detail, but also funnel necks. We saw so many funnel necks the sort of last year in the springtime in form of trench coats, and it definitely carried through then into the autumn winter. And I personally absolutely love the funnel neck. I think it looks so Parisian, so chic, but also don't feel pressured to have to buy a new coat or a jacket with a funnel neck. You can play around with the styling on the coats that you already have and jackets in your wardrobe and just turn the collar up just to create that same effect. I think it looks so cool, which leads on nicely into the next trend, which is leather bomber jackets. We saw these so much last year in lots of different forms as well. There were so many different styles of leather jackets floating around last year. So we had very oversized ones, that off-duty sort of look, different collars, zip-up ones with flat collars, also lots of cropped bomber jackets as well, and also the funnel neck. The funnel neck in a leather jacket looked so cool last year, and these are definitely not going to be going away this year either. I have two leather jackets in my wardrobe. So the first one is more of like an oversized biker jacket which I wear all the time in a gorgeous chocolate brown colour, and the other one I have is a funnel neck one from River Island from last year. So I had my eye on the Zara real leather funnel neck jacket, but I thought I'm going to try the faux leather version, which is very realistic, from River Island, and see how much I wear that one first to see whether I do wear the funnel neck trend as much, because I sort of struggle with high necks. I tend to avoid like big polo neck jumpers because I feel like I have quite a short neck, so I wanted to see how much I wore that first. But it looks very cool. I saw it done up, done it open, and yeah, I think it's definitely a trend you'll see me styling and we'll all be styling this season. Then next is the trench coat, the classic wardrobe staple that you can wear all year round. I think this is definitely my most worn jacket throughout the year. I wear it in the springtime, also the summer as well, transitional periods. I wear my trench coats so much, and they're also really fun to play around with layering. So there's different styles of trench coats out there. So last year I wore my Suzanne trench coat so much, which is more of a smarter trench coat which has the nice gingham lining, but also I have some trench coats as well which have the lapel detail. I have a maxi trench trench coat. So I do tend to have a couple of those styles. And I think with the trench coats as well, you can play around with layering here. So you can really go with layering a shirt, some knitwear, t-shirt, or having like a top or a nice little vest top open with a layer of a shirt. You can really play around with this styling and add some personal elements into your outfit with a good trench. So I think if you are looking for a good trench coat, then one thing I would say is make sure you find one which is water repellent. There's so many trench coats out there which have a really heavy price tag which aren't water repellent, and I feel like how much it rains in the UK or even going in Europe as well, we need a good water repellent trench coat. Then the next trend may be a bit controversial, but guys, the skinnier trousers, they're coming back. They're slowly coming back. We saw dribs of them coming back in last year, lots of heavy equestrian influence, lots of slimmer jeans tucked into riding boots. I personally have a slimmer pair of jeans which aren't skinny, they're a straight fit from ASOS, which I actually have been styling like tucked into my wellies and my black riding boots. I think if you style them right, then they look really good, but I think that, yeah, skinnier trousers are definitely coming back this year. Also like leggings as well. I think it gives you more styling opportunities as well for styling into long boots. If you personally love long boots, then a skinnier trouser does look so much better and you can tuck them in and really show them off. But I think we're definitely going to be seeing skinnier trousers in a form of denim. Also the capri pants were so big last spring summer as well. They'll definitely be coming back. So let me know what you think to wearing skinnier trousers. I personally think that I may struggle with this trend because I feel like my body shape suits a wider leg trouser, so I always feel more comfortable in that and like a barrel leg jean. But I feel like when I have worn a straighter fit, I think the pair of jeans would be quite good actually for this trend are the Abercrombie 90 straight, because they're not like skin tight all the way down. They're sort of like slimmer fitting at the top, but then sort of like keep going straight down, so they're not like really tight on your calves. I think that is what it is. It's getting the right sort of slim fit for your body shape as well. So that is also a good style. But I think that when you're wearing a nice slimmer pair of jeans with a nice oversized blazer, some nice stiletto heels, some slingbacks, it can look really chic. So yeah, we'll see if I'll be styling skinnier trousers this year. I am going to try because I personally like having the slimmer trousers tucked into my boots, but I think, I don't know, skinny jeans and that, they do quite scare me. Which follows on again nicely into the next trend, which is darker denim. So double denim always comes back. We see it every single year in the spring, the autumn. It's just one that never goes away. But I feel like this year we're definitely going to be seeing more of the darker indigo denim. I know personally I'm trying to wear more darker denim in my wardrobe. I find that I always reach for a lighter base. Like I'm always gravitating towards a white trouser, or like cream satin skirt, a white skirt in the spring. I feel like I always love a white base, and I feel like I do really like how my darker jeans look. So I recently styled my darker denim. These ones are the ribcage jeans in the wide leg from Levi's, and I feel like these are such a great wash to wear all year round. So I think if you do find your darker denim, just find the right wash. So I think definitely more, for me personally, I'd go for more a mid wash and not the dark indigo, because I feel like it looks a bit flat. So I think when you do have a bit more of a wash with different tones in it, I feel like it works better and sort of balances well with other colours in your outfit. But yeah, I do want to get better at wearing more of my darker jeans this year, and I think it's such a timeless trend that it's never going to go away and goes with so much in your wardrobe. Then the next trend is printed scarves. I feel like this is a really nice one if you want to add some personality and fun into your outfit, but also I feel like everyone has some sort of like printed scarf in their wardrobe anyway. So you don't really need to go and buy anything special for this trend. So we saw this in so many forms of styling last year, which I also experimented with myself as well. So we saw lots of scarves as belts, over blazers, over dresses, also tying scarves on your handbag. Just little details like that just makes such a difference to an outfit and adds a little bit of interest. We also saw scarf styling as well in hair accessories, in plaits, but also as well you can use your scarf and actually wear them around the neck. We've been seeing lots of like bandanas. Like I personally do want to try this trend, but I'm not sure how it would look on me because I feel like I do have quite a short neck. But these have been very cool, like wearing like a white t-shirt with a bandana scarf, just like a little pop of colour or just a bit of something to an outfit. We'll also be seeing more of like vintage inspired with the scarf styling. I feel like we really did start to see that in the autumn and the winter last year. So think of styling the silk scarf like over your head, like with a trench coat. Also we saw it over the winter as well, like wearing like little scarves like as bandanas. Also these separate scarves that are knitted fitted, which sort of sit on the top of maybe a coat or a jacket, or also match the knitwear. I think scarves are a really, really great way to add some interest to an outfit, and I personally really love this trend. I also styled like sort of a silk like scarf over a blazer. I went to Fashion Week last year in Copenhagen, which I thought looked very cool, just add another dimension there. So yeah, scarf styling is definitely a very minimal and chic one, which adds some fun as well to an outfit. Then the next trend is capes. I absolutely loved this last year. I feel like it looked so chic, so Parisian, but I feel like this year we're definitely going to be seeing so much more as we head into the spring. We're seeing lots of cape style blouses and scarf style blouses. I'm actually wearing this beautiful cape blazer now from Marks and Spencer's, which sort of drapes over my shoulder, and I think it looks so chic. I'm all for wearing like jeans and a nice top, and I think something like that can look so minimal but so easy to do. We've also been seeing these sort of extra add-on like cape piece that you can wear over a dress or even the summer over your swimwear. So we're going to be seeing lots of cape styles also in coats, jackets, trenches. Just think it looks so chic, and also tapping into ponchos as well, but more lighter weight as we head into the spring. So I think that you can also style this trend as well without actually having a cape jacket. If you've got anything nice in your wardrobe like an oversized poncho, a shawl, or anything like that, you can just drape over and create the same effect, or a scarf. You don't have to go out personally and buy a new cape style top. There's lots of things that we've potentially got in our wardrobe which we can create this trend, but I think it looks so elegant, and I'm very excited to see more of it in the spring. Then next is layering. I feel like I really did start to play around with layering last year, which I thought was really nice. Layering is so fun, and if you get it right, it can look so cool, and sometimes like unintentional layering can just look so effortless. So especially for the springtime when it starts to hopefully warm up a little bit, when we want to ditch our big bulky coats and jackets, we can still wear a little light thermal underneath, then play around with the layer underneath with your shirts, with knitwear. Also camisole layering. We saw so many of these lace camis last year, which I also tapped into and absolutely loved, like wearing a little cami top underneath a nice knitwear piece. To have that flash of layer peeking out underneath just adds a little bit of something to an outfit, or potentially wearing like a nice fitted long sleeve top in the evening time that's a little bit semi-sheer, and like pop a little camisole over the top, layer it with a blazer, wear it on its own with some good trousers or some jeans. I think layering is honestly so fun, and a way that you can add some interest, personality and movement into an outfit. Then next is tailoring, and this year we're going to see such a big influence of 80s style dressing. So I think 80s silhouettes with shoulder pads, fitted blazers. We've already started to see this 80s dressing the end of last year, which I've really loved. I personally love a fitted blazer. It looks so elegant, and I feel like it also suits my body shape better. But this year I just think more like soft tailoring as well, more intentional. We've seen like matching sets in form of suits but styled in more of a relaxed way. I personally love tailoring. I love how it looks like with knitwear, and what I love about a sort of tailored set as well is that you can wear them together or as separates and build lots of different outfits. And I'm very excited to sort of see more of this 80s style dressing and influence, because I feel like it looks so chic, and I sort of like that vintage inspired dressing as well, which leads on nicely into the last trend, which is vintage inspired accessories. So we're going to be seeing lots of brooches this year. We've sort of been seeing them a lot anyway. I feel like brooches have always been something that people put on their coats and their jackets and their blazers, but I feel like this year we're going to be seeing a lot more personality with these, potentially like vintage inspired ones from like charity shops, like thrifted ones, but also using brooches in different ways and like pinning your outfit to show styling details, whether it's pin up a jumper to show a shirt layer or a t-shirt. Just these little finishing touches which I really personally like. We're also going to be seeing lots of like vintage inspired bags too, like less of sort of like these like trend led bags and more of the classic style. So big sort of like doctor style bags, also top handle bags with scarf styling. And I think this is where as well people can play into the maximalist. I think maximalist is definitely a trend we've been seeing so much more of, and more of that old money vibe is definitely very much out. I think now it's sort of like fizzled out, but I think this way, adding these vintage inspired touches to an outfit and just play around with styling, with brooches, even like pinning brooches onto a scarf detail, playing with your bag, it's all ways that we can add personality and get creative into an outfit. And I really love this little detail detail. And you can also get really creative with your jewellery as well. If you've got any like statement earring, I've seen people clipping them onto like their bags or even onto their little scarf and just creating a little brooch themselves without having to go and buy something different. So yeah, it's definitely a trend that's very, very fun, and I do want to have a play around with this year. So yeah, those are the 10 trends you'll see me wearing this year, but I also think are very, very wearable for us all as well. We can have a little play around and tap into. Let me know which ones you'll be wearing, which ones you won't be. I feel like I am still very much on the middle ground with the skinny trouser. I think I need to slowly just like rein it in a little bit with a wide leg. I love a wide leg so much, but I think what will help me is the jean size. So I'm going to keep styling my straight fit jean, play around with like styling with the shoe. I love tucking them into my riding boot. It looks very, very cool. But yeah, let me know if there are any other trends which you're not sure on or you are absolutely loving. So yeah, if you have enjoyed watching this video today and it's got you all inspired and you found it helpful, then please make sure you like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.